We're going to space.
Whole hullabaloo about you, man, and this mess you got going.
I would take an axe to a couple people's heads. I mean, I would go barbarian.
To a couple robots?
No,
because
to maybe
really...
like a town, like Oblivion style.
Whoa, no, you just...
Sir, we're talking about robots.
Scabies is a that's also a staple of white culture.
Y'all some nasty niggas, bro.
Is that white culture?
I believe
Y'all can
scabies,
keep that shit.
Dirty.
But the black people, they smoke the weed and they get too relaxed.
I'm not getting taken down by no British cops.
Is this true, Don Juice? Is this true? You know the foreign affairs. Is this true?
It's propaganda. Just saying.
Hello, friends, fiends, everybody in between. We're back after a blank week, as we call it. Our minds were a little blank last week.
A little blank last week. Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Y'all got a little sauced up.
We were having fun.
Y'all was having fun. We're
here again.
Yeah.
Nothing that'll stop us.
Yep, be nice and cozy, nice and comfy.
Yeah, there's been Crown, apple Crown.
Yes.
No,
I mix it with cranberry juice. Pretty damn good.
Really, it's like it's a crayon apple.
Yes.
A crayon crown apple.
Crayon apple.
Crayon apple.
Shit, delicious.
So, have you ever heard those? So, let me ask you guys: do you pronounce it crayon or crown?
Crayon.
Crayon.
Have you ever heard the abomination of people saying it like crown? Like, I remember being a child, and people would say, like, let me get that crown. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? You know,
I've never heard nobody say that.
I actually have been assaulted with that. My ears have been assaulted with someone saying...
They crown?
I feel the same way about when people say pecan. I just feel like it's gross. Like, why are you doing that?
It's definitely pecan.
And so, it's such a pecan.
What about when people say salmon?
Salmon?
Ew.
Salmon.
That's gross.
Salmon? Salmon?
I've
heard people say salmon.
Salmon.
That shit pisses
Caramel.
me off. That dude kept saying salmon. The salmon. I'm like, no, bitch. Since when do people say fucking salmon? I have never heard anybody fucking say salmon till that dude said that shit. And he kept saying it too with confidence. That shit upset me. I was upset, bro.
Do you like salmon?
Sounds pretty good.
It's a fatty fish.
It's pretty good.
It's good. I like it. But I had you guys remember when I was sick, when I can't.
Were you eating jelly oysters?
No. That never made me sick. This is caught fish. I ate the fish.
It was tuna.
No, it was...
It was just bad fish in general?
Bad fish. We let the fish go bad. It's a bad time. But I'm still alive. We got Big Boss over here. He's rubbing his hands together like
rub my hands like Birdman. About to get a McDouble.
Oh, you got a McDouble?
Nah.
On the
you
way?
got McDoubles?
Nah, I got a McDoubles.
Oh.
I have not had a burger from McDonald's in
good.
Years.
You love yourself. That's a good thing.
Yeah, it's not a good burger. Like, you might want to, if you want to opt for spending like $5 you can get like the quarter pounder with cheese, which is the highest quality meat they have. Which McDonald's literally has different tiers of meat. No, they do. The more you spend, the higher quality.
Breast.
No, because those cheeseburgers are gristle filled. Those dollar cheeseburgers.
It's all sawdust.
Sawdust? It's all sawdust.
It's all sawdust.
the filler is sawdust.
Oh, well, how do you guys feel about those Impossible burgers and those like the new vegetarian burgers?
I ain't got time for that shit.
What new vegetarian burgers?
It tastes like some shit that's supposed to taste like meat, but it's not. I'm done with it. Pot tastes like beans. All that vegan shit that's supposed to be like turkey burgers taste like fucking beans.
Wait, can I just say real quick how I feel about like those vegetarian and vegan dishes trying to claim like, oh, it's like pulled pork or it's like a burger, like, when it really fucking isn't. Why not just, make up a new dish and advertise it as some other shit instead of trying to tell me it's gonna taste like something that it's not gonna fucking taste like? Kind of like what they're doing with these movies, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, and there's Space Boy Dandy talking.
That was me.
there she is.
Hi.
But yeah, so a lot, allegedly, according to the Root, white Twitter
allegedly
is going off. See, I didn't know white Twitter was even a term, right?
Well, I got
white Twitter.
That sounds a lot more weaponized.
White Twitter's coming.
It sounds aggressive.
Yeah, it really does.
The white Twitter mob.
So people are actually, it's. I don't think it's as big as people are actually making it seem, but a few people are upset that Ariel is black.
I like 50 people.
Quote, because it deviates from the story it's based on, which is a book where she is described as being white with red hair.
Yeah.
So I personally don't give a fuck, right? Mm-hmm. And I used to kind of have a thing about like James Bond being Idris Elba. I don't know the man's name. Idris. I don't know how to.
It's
I don't
okay.
keep up.
It's fine.
And I'd be cool with that so long as like James Bond was like a code name alongside with the number 007, and that would explain like all the different guys who've played him. So that would just make things easier to understand at that point. That'd be a great twist to the continuity. Yeah, but it would. I've honestly just like I don't care anymore at all. It's a fucking just everybody can do their thing. But there was an interesting argument that Disney went out of their way to make sure Aladdin had Middle Eastern people. So I looked it up when I read that argument, right? I was like, did they actually do that? First of all, a lot of the female leads were Indian. So that's kind of, if you ask me, that's saying all brown people look alike.
Yeah. Okay.
That's bad on Disney.
Yeah.
But then the dude who played Aladdin was actually Egyptian, and then there's like an Iranian lady.
So it's like, oh, brown.
And then there's Will Smith, so they kind of went out of their way to make it seem more culturally accurate,
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's cool. So
I have a spiel to go on, but do you have anything to say? Because I have a bit.
Well, honestly, it's just random in all honesty. And I love how at first when you see the lady who's Ariel's name, it looked like Halle Berry.
Yeah.
So Halle Bailey.
You're like,
yeah.
Halle Berry.
Why the fuck Halle Berry?
Yeah, I was a little confused. I was like, isn't she like 50?
That's what I first thought.
I was like, wait.
Well, I didn't even immediately think about the fact that, it's a black person. I was just like, what the Halle Berry? How old is she now? But then I was like, it's random, but like, it's whatever.
Okay, so here's the thing. Obviously, inherently, like, it's a made-up fictional character. Like, it doesn't matter. So, like, when people try to pull out these, like, fucking scientific arguments of, oh, well, if they were in this region at this time, like, you're being extra and you need to sit the fuck down because it really isn't that deep. It shouldn't be because it's
that deep.
No, because it's
these
literally
fish people are white.
That's
there are no black fucking fish people.
But
have you ever seen a black mermaid?
But
Kanye's a gay fish. Though.
There are no black Atlanteans.
He's a gay fish. He knows Aquaman.
But my problem with it is the fact that, first of all, The Little Mermaid is an iconic, little Disney princess or whatever.
No.
In terms of, like, even just how she looks. Mm-hmm. And I feel like it's extremely lazy and unthoughtful to be like, oh, let's just make her black because we're inclusive. Like, you can't just throw a black person in place of another character and say that, oh, you were thinking of us, because at that point you're not separating the identity. You're not giving that, like, you're not giving that effort. It's lazy.
May I also interject? I just realized a trend, and I'm not sure if it goes further than the examples I can provide, but it also seems to be a lot of redheaded characters. Because first it was the remake of Annie with Jamie Foxx,
Mm-hmm.
and then you got Little Mermaid.
Was also
you got
weird.
Mary
I forgot
Jane.
about that until you brought it back up.
It's like, why not just, like, I don't care if she's black, dye her hair red at the very least. Put some sort of effort into it, you know?
I mean, so
But why do
it's
they keep being
besides-
redheads? That's weird.
it is weird. Besides the point, I think redheads like are gorgeous. I love red hair. I think it's so pretty. It's like it's such a nice color. I think it should be appreciated more. But regardless of that, just in general, why can't they just make a new story? Like, think of Princess and the Frog. You know, that story made sense in terms of like cultural references and her being black or whatever in New Orleans at that time and the things that she was going through and yada yada yada. But like Mulan, they wouldn't switch Mulan with, you know, just an Australian girl or something. Like, it just...
What if they made Mulan black?
Again, that'd be just ridiculous because it's not...
It's weird pandering.
I
It's
feel
a
like-
weird flex.
It's not...
Disney owns
it's-
so much media. Like, why are they doing this? They don't...
I guess even though it
It's lazy.
Even though technically speaking, they're all fictional. I feel like if it's like a fictional character, it doesn't really matter. Like if it's a mermaid or a fucking centaur or some shit, it's like if fucking Phil from Hercules was black all of a sudden. Wouldn't
Well,
fucking matter.
Can we also just talk about the fact that it's lazy in general to keep doing these remakes?
Nah, lazy
Because,
fuck.
like, all of these remakes also are relying so heavily on CGI that they're not going to age well. Like, they're just, they
CGI already looks
physically
cheap.
cannot. Like,
No, it looks cheap.
they won't. It makes no fucking sense. I don't get it. We're remaking old movies and then making unnecessary changes and just pissing people off
Gotta have the black
to
mermaids.
make all
It's
this
inclusive.
money. It's so dumb. Everything's just dumb.
Did you guys see recently Disney featured the first gay kiss on their children's shows?
What?
Yes.
Yeah, the gay. Yeah, it was a gay
Yes.
kiss. A motherfucking gay kiss.
What?
Yes, I did see that.
What?
Yeah.
Yep, they did it. Disney's gone full... Because, okay, so first of all, Disney owns 100% of Hulu now. Just so you know. They own all those parks. They own Fox. They own fucking Star Wars. They own Marvel. Disney's taking over the world. And if you don't accept our mice overlords, I'm not sure if there will be a place for you in the happiest earth on earth.
Okay, but I have a problem. Like, there's an actual problem with that. Like, it just...
With gay kiss?
Yeah.
Why can't they have gay kiss on cartoons?
Was it a cartoon?
It was a
live
cartoon.
action?
Why does that change anything?
It doesn't. I was just curious.
I mean,
to
there's
know.
nothing wrong
but
with
like
the,
either
with the
way,
gay kisses.
no.
But here's,
I mean, they can, but
why
it's
are they showing any? Because I always wondered that when I'd watch kids shows, like when I was like 12, when I started to understand, I was like, why are they putting this on like kids shows? Why are they kissing
Yes.
on kids shows? Like that's unnecessary.
I also thought that's what I'm saying. Like, in general, it's like that's not something that should be like pushed or advocated for. Not because it's gay, but just because it's not necessarily appropriate for the audience. Why are we like advertising anything sexual?
It's just kissing.
The mouse has been selling sex to kids for years. Walt Disney used to
Nice.
draw naked mini mice, and he was a pervert. He's drawing furry porn in the 30s, and that shit's not right. Okay, look. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I'll fight the Chinese, and I'll fight zombies, and now I will fight Disney. Won't fight robots. Won't fight aliens.
Walt Disney had the Jonas Brothers slinging dick at them underage girls.
Yeah, they were just throwing that at him, and those poor boys. They just wanted to. Didn't they all like marry foreign women?
I think so.
One of them's married to Sophie Turner. The other one's married
Who's
to
Sophie
like
Turner?
the redhead girl from Game of Thrones,
Oh,
and the other one's
Oh.
married to like some miscellaneous Spanish woman.
I hate fucking Jonas Brothers so much.
Why do you hate the Jonas
They're
Brothers?
just
Tell
lame.
the
They've always been
microphone.
lame. They've always been lame to me. But I remember this one chick that was obsessed with this one black chick that was obsessed with him in fucking back in Edgewater. Like it was wild. It was like these bras really out here obsession over some fucking Jonas Brothers.
They wanted that nice Christian Disney dick. You know, you gotta get the double D.
That's fucking insane. But honestly, with the whole Ariel thing, I'm not upset because she's black, you know, but I do, like, but I'm also not like, oh, hooray, because it doesn't do anything for me.
This is progress, Sav.
I don't think it is. I think it's a lazy, really half-assed gesture. I think it's unnecessary that, like, they're even making a remake in the first place. It's just not
to
even
cure
gonna...
racism.
But cartoons, we take one of the most recognizable characters and we make them black. So from this point on, they'll associate it with
In the new continuity.
Black girl.
It's to be inclusive of little black girls. That's the idea behind it.
No, you don't have to tell me about being inclusive
Couldn't-
about
I
little
know
black
I don't.
girls.
I know I
but
don't. I'm trying to sell it to you as if I'm...
No, that shit is fucking silly because, again, if you want to do that, then make their own stories. Don't say, oh, you know this previously iconically white character? Oh, we'll just slap her black real quick and you know, and it's the same thing. Yeah, it's fine. No, because again, you're not giving them their own identity. You're saying that this is as good as you'll get, you know. Okay, fine. I don't like it. I don't like it.
So what if they had done a side spin-off story from the same sea?
I mean,
were there black mermaids in that movie? I don't think there were.
I don't think there were.
I also don't think
Were
so.
were there other male mermaids other than Passat?
I feel like there was. 'Cause
Yeah.
wasn't
Yeah.
he trying to like sell her off to one of them? Like,
I don't think he was trying to sell her off, but
yeah,
I
that's
mean,
what you do to your mermaid daughter.
Like, I honestly can't remember what the fuck happened in that movie.
I remember there was a singing lobster.
yeah, that's Sebastian,
Yeah, he's adorable. But
I guess.
I mean, you know, if you wanna be under the sea, it might be the best place to be. But
I don't know. I don't know about that.
so some people who might be getting under the sea.
Oh,
I mean, I hope that doesn't taste like the sea.
Oh. So I didn't even know who, and I've been trying to curb my casual use of the word bitch for miscellaneous females that I don't know, but I'm gonna use this accordingly. So this bitch, right?
Yeah.
So she
Yeah.
wears pink wigs and she does that. How do you pronounce that face that the thots do?
The
Ahoy
the weird
The
hentai
ooh face?
porn face.
Yeah, that weird hentai porn face. And I guess she like plays video games. I don't know. And she's labeled as an Instagram model, which isn't a real thing. Right, anybody who calls themselves an Instagram model is an thot. Just label yourself for what you are.
E-girls?
Yeah, these e-girls, right? So first off, she
I
wanted
like
to get
the e-girls.
That's disgusting. So she wanted to get the
I like that cheap aesthetic.
she wanted to get subscribers, right?
No.
1 million subscribers, I believe, is what it was. So she said if she got 1 million subscribers, she would start a Pornhub channel. And all these, you know, gamer nerds were like, oh, fuck, I would love to see that. So she starts it, right? And it's like she gets her 3 holes stuffed and it's like a fucking bowling ball. You know, it's just like weird shit like that. It's like euphemisms and they're all like 32-second videos. So she scammed these boys then and now she's selling her bathwater.
Yes,
Right?
Yes.
$30 a jar of Belle Delphine's bathwater. For all the thirsty gamer boys, as she put it in the...
Delphine? It's not Daphne?
It's Delphine.
Delphine?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so... The issue that I have with this, right?
What's your issue with it, bro? Tell me.
Couldn't we just have, like, a figurehead? Like, you know, like, couldn't we hire a model, have her play video games for a while, right? And just start selling people water in jars for $30 a fucking jar.
Build a following. Because while there are people that just While there are people that would, I'm pretty sure would just drink anybody's bathwater.
But, okay, so
within a certain amount.
So that's another thing. Is that what these people
Are they
doing
drinking
with it?
I mean, I'm just assuming that's one thing you can do with it. There's probably multiple things.
What if they rub
it
it on their skin?
That's what I'm saying. They probably do that. You know, they probably sprinkle it on their hair. Probably flick it on their lips. They probably
Use it
gargle
like chapstick.
Yeah, gargle it around their mouth. They probably
And maybe they put it in a spritzer.
Maybe they put it in their butt.
So you're saying these nerds do Delphine enemas, bathwater enemas?
Yep. That's exactly what I am. That's exactly what I'm fucking saying.
Okay, that's a heavy implication. That damn.
I ain't know, man.
Apparently, my name is Skip.
Skip Donovan, boy.
Oh man.
No, I think that's just super.
No, but I'm just saying, like, isn't this a profitable idea? Can't we do this now? Doesn't this open up?
It's too late. It's too late. We would have had to been on it.
Here, I'm anti-thought, but I'm all for making money out of other people's stupidity like that.
Snatched up the audience.
She did. It's too late. It's too late. We can't.
She doing dumbass.
She got it. She snatched him.
Uwu faces.
And like honestly, those
Ahwagu.
She looks like she's stroking out.
That's what's in now. You gotta look super thotty.
Hey boy.
Tatiana.
Hey boy.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta look like a Tatiana.
And
but she's making money though.
What's annoying is it's so aggressively
profitable.
And obviously like
profitable.
Not profitable,
monetarily.
but like just for the money. Like you can tell that she's just doing this for attention and for money. Like she's not
probably more for the attention, and the money's just a side thing. She thinks she's famous now. She's on the news and like on pages now.
When I look at guys, or the people, not necessarily guys, because there's girls who follow too, or whatever, or however you identify.
You think girls are buying bathwater?
No, I don't think girls are buying bathwater, but they might be.
Someone might, but I honestly highly doubt it.
But honestly, like when I look at pages like this, though, I wonder how are there people who honestly follow these people and like just play into the bullshit. Like it's so much shit. It's so fluffed up and it's so produced and it's so like obviously just to scam you. I don't understand.
Some guys are into that though.
They want to be scammed.
Yeah, that's a real thing.
Yeah,
that's an actual thing. Yeah, some guys are into that shit.
They're into the fact that they know that they'll never get with.
Yeah.
Ouchie.
Come on, there's people who like there's dudes like getting their balls stepped on. So why wouldn't
there's cock and ball tortures, Av. Goku will tell you about it.
Yeah, so why wouldn't there be dudes who are like, yes, please scam me. Please scam the fuck out of me. Take my money,
I'm so glad I don't have money. Imagine having that problem that you want somebody to take your money.
Take my money!
Yeah, like that's what an issue to have.
Spend it.
Fuck, man.
I wish I was on the receiving end of someone who was just like, take my money.
So here's the thing. I'm going to ask everybody here. If
noises they make.
If the infrastructure was in place, would you sell your bathwater for $30 per jar?
No.
Negative.
I don't trust it.
Selling your own bathwater?
I just don't trust that whole process. Why you need it? It's just strange. Why do you have my bathwater? What are you doing with that?
Let him. I mean, $30 for the water. I mean, it's just you don't have to do anything.
I don't feel like that's enough.
You don't have to take an actual bath in it. You just pour water in.
Would you sell? You would sell your bath water? Well, no.
Well, I don't take baths. Is my thing, but I would pour water into fucking jars. And like,
well, we're gonna get that technical about it. I mean, I haven't taken a bath in a while.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
I take
showers.
I'm
just saying you lie. These guys don't know what they're getting. You really think this? Because she takes a picture of her in a bath, advertising it. She's got like a fucking onesie bathing suit on, and
I saw the picture.
It's not necessarily all been. I'm just saying it's an easy way. It's an easy scam. You can just sell people water.
I mean, it's an easy scam when you're that popular for being super like desirable.
What if it's just the cameraman's bathwater?
What if it's no one's bathwater? Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to say. It's just water.
That's the gag.
Maybe it's Dasani, so there's a little bit of a smell to it.
No, what you're paying for is the packaging that they use
it's old
to get it to you.
That's not $30 in packaging. What you're paying for is your own stupidity. And if you're gonna buy bathwater, I'm saying we can get it for you. I'm just saying, if you want to buy a $30 jar of bath
We
water,
can
I will
get
get
you
you
some. You
some
want some
right
of that?
now.
We can
I
get
will
it for
get you
you.
some.
But
It'll be
it's 15.
authentic
15.
Cambodian bath
You
water.
know what's just strange is like because people buy stuff like used napkins.
Do they really?
I think so.
That,
If
speaking
it's
of,
from someone that they want it to
speaking
be.
of,
Oh no!
speaking of weird shit, I think it's still on Netflix, but there's a movie called Antiviral. And basically what people were doing, people were buying like sicknesses that celebrities were getting.
Oh no!
So they could get the same sickness as a celebrity and feel closer. So like people are like getting like colds from like different celebrities and shit. I'm like, wow. That
Shit
would
was
be some
fucking
shit that
weird.
people would do.
I remember that.
Yes, that's some shit that people would do.
People are weird.
Humans are strange.
They're
So you saw what
gross.
Netflix is doing though with Stranger Things?
No,
So apparently, some alliance against tobacco has noticed that that there has been way too much tobacco usage in Netflix shows, particularly Stranger Things. So Netflix is now going to ramp up the age. Like from what I gathered, they won't show tobacco use in new shit that's rated anything under R. But things are grandfathered in. But and they'll reduce it, and e-cigarettes, which I have not seen on any Netflix show. But that's
I feel like I've seen a fair amount of Netflix. I mean, maybe it's just what I'm watching, but I don't feel like I've seen like a aggressive amount. And I mean, honestly, it's reflecting, the story that they're telling. And in real life, I mean, you see people
and
smoking
it takes place
cigarettes
in the
and
80s.
stuff. And if you're talking specifically about that, yeah.
Well, that's
I was
the one
just
that
saying in
sparked
general, but yeah.
controversy.
Well, yeah, that's just I think that's really extra. Because again, this kind of goes back to a conversation we had a few weeks ago. I think it was on the Femcast, where it's like, I mean, at what point do you stop adjusting the art to, the whims of society? Like, I mean, when does it end? When does it frickin' end? But also the new Stranger Things, like, I don't know how much I want to watch it. The first season was cool, and then the second season didn't do what it needed to do for me in order for me to feel like it was, worth going on, because they just kind of pussyfoot around it the whole episode, and then all of a sudden they know a thing, and then you have to watch the next episode, and then they pussyfoot the whole episode. It's annoying. So I really don't want to watch the third season, but I might start to.
I've only seen like 2 or 3 episodes.
That show ain't shit but fucking filler.
There's just so much filler.
That's all it is. Like, nah, bro. Plus, them jizz old as fuck now. It's like, why?
That kid's teeth.
This should have been done at this point.
Are his teeth fixed?
They're fixed, but it's just like, I'm never gonna forget. Like, why would I do that for him?
Never forget.
Mhm. Like, I don't know. I never really saw like the big deal about that show. I don't really care for what's that, Winona Ryder.
It loses.
Not a fan of Winona Ryder for various reasons.
Or the one kid or the other kid that people seem to be obsessed with. It's
Well,
kind of weird.
They were sexualizing the one kid, and then they were sexualizing 11 girl, calling her the sexiest woman in the world at 13.
We're not going back to this.
So like, it's Stranger Things, but they're worried about people smoking. That's
But nah, that show lost its appeal pretty quick.
man. We did kind of gloss over something.
What was glossed over?
We didn't write it down, but you said that the drinking of the bathwater, right?
Yeah.
What word did you use to describe it?
It's smut.
It's smut.
It's smut.
So why did you want to talk about smut
Because,
in particular?
man,
Were you reading dirty books? You
Nah,
reading that Zane guy?
Do they still make dirty books? Can you still like go buy like fucking
Sex books?
hustlers and shit?
No, I'm like porn mags. I'm not
Yeah.
even talking about porn mags. I'm talking about those like romantic novels.
Is that what smut is?
Yeah, that's what I always thought smut
Is
was.
that what smut is? I didn't know what the fuck you call those shits.
But I guess anything pornographic
I
in nature
thought
is
smut was just dirty stuff.
Yeah, and then that was,
Yeah.
okay, so like I said, it does fall on smut. But nah, man, I was just thinking about it because that's a level of smuttiness right there. Like, you're willing to buy some fucking bathwater.
So that's the reason I don't go to strip clubs, because I feel like everybody is in the wrong. You know,
See,
what
that's
I mean?
also a high level of smut. Like, you paying You throwing money.
I've never paid for porn in my life.
You throwing money for some
Never
cheeks.
paid for porn in my life.
Cheeks to get thrown in your face. It's like, man, like that is like, what, how far will you go with your smut? That's what I want to know.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know. Really not that far. I'm more of a modest guy than I'd like to think I am, but like I wouldn't even get like one of them like pocket pussies. I think that's weird. You know what I mean? Like the fleshlights.
I think the term pocket pussy is weird.
Those are pretty.
The fleshlights are because like I know like I've heard people make that argument like, oh, a girl has a vibrator, nobody cares, but God forbid you have a fleshlight. It's like, no, when I see a girl, I still laugh. You know, like it is what it is. You know, but like I don't think it needs to go that far. And the VR porn, like I want to see it. I want to do it once.
Yeah.
But like I also don't really see like the appeal, you know. But they do have that shit with the sex robots. I would never do. I would never ever have sex with a robot. That is the worst idea anybody should ever even.
That just doesn't seem safe.
No, it's very unsafe. It's a machine. It can rebel. It can glitch.
I wouldn't. I just wouldn't.
You don't fuck the robots.
Don't fuck machines.
So I don't know.
They're not for you.
I've watched a lot of porn in my day. You know, we've seen the octopus girl.
Yeah.
We've seen the cereal eaten out of the butthole.
Yes, you see the hot dog.
The hot dogs.
Fan favorite.
You know, there's shouts out cereal butt.
So bad. Oh my god.
I still don't understand how you can do that. Like
With
any aspect of that video.
That's smut. See,
so that's for entertainment purposes. Nobody. I mean, most people aren't jerking off to that.
That's how I like my smut. I like my
somebody
smut
somewhere
for entertainment purposes.
You don't like it for stimulation. Only for sexual stimulation. You just want it for kicks and giggles.
It's 50-50 with me. Sometimes I just want it for entertainment purposes.
Have you? Well, I mean, like there's those. It's a certain production company that doesn't need my endorsement per se.
Like the one where they insult, insult the ugly broads who are trying to be porn stars.
Oh, like the facial abuse ones.
Yeah, those shits.
That's sick. That's. But I was thinking more like the ones where it was like the parodies where it's. Remember the one with Groot?
Those also, yeah. Those.
And like the Pokemon one, they got a Rick and Morty one, which is kind of odd.
The Simpsons one fucked me up.
That whole production company.
That whole thing, like, wow, I was like, what the fuck is this
those
shit?
costumes.
Yeah, man, it was like somebody's actually jerking to that shit though. That ET one, somebody jerked.
There's an ET one.
I've seen it. It's like, bro, somebody you know for a fact somebody jerked it to that. Like,
oh no.
See, smut.
Phone home.
So it's like the bathwater. Like it's like that's like the lowest level of smut if you really think about it.
Is it?
Could have been worse. Could have been worse. Could have been worse.
But I wouldn't say it was the lowest level.
Skin flakes.
Ew.
There's skin flakes on everything.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what dust is, kind of.
Dusty.
Dusty. By that dust.
Dusty
you can go lower than bat. I would definitely.
I feel like there's something
if you're okay, so
smuttier than the bathwater.
Buying the bathwater is very, very smutty, right?
Yeah, panties.
Drinking the bath. I don't know. I kind of find the bathwater more lewd than the panties themselves, because at least that's had direct contact. You know, like
I think this just
allegedly.
That's what makes it smuttier. That's what gives it more of a smuttiness. Because now
is that what you call that? Smuttiness?
Yeah. Now you're getting even more smutty with that shit.
Nah.
I feel like you're getting more smutty when you're getting.
I think you're sicker with the water.
Yeah, I feel like you're really
you're committed to it.
There's another context behind there. You know,
and if you drink it, that's where it gets really bad.
That's where. Yeah, I don't.
What about toothbrushes?
In what regard? Like, just somebody like who used a toothbrush.
Like you take their toothbrush.
Oh no! That's like on purpose.
Yeah.
Oh shit! That's actually weirding me out. Okay.
That's fucking gross.
That's super uncomfortable.
Oh no! Oh,
what is wrong with you?
For their enjoyment.
Yeah.
Oh. Ooh. Yeah. Okay. Oh no. Can we market this?
We probably could.
No.
We probably could.
I mean, like, if this is
I don't know
smart,
how we could, but
videos of people like stealing toothbrushes and using them real slowly. I don't know. We can fucking figure something out. They make ASMR videos. I don't know, we can figure some
they do
toothbrush.
like that weird shit.
Whoever's doing it, like, it's super excited when they get around one of those like Oral-B Sonic ones that.
Yeah. They fucking lose their shit.
Yeah, they're looking like they're in a pure state of ecstasy, like just like fucking. Oh man, in heaven. Authentic feelings.
Authentic smut.
Authentic smut.
See, this conversation, because this, I didn't get into it. Y'all was fucking arguing about this shit 2 days ago. Was it 2 days ago? Y'all arguing about this damn authentic food shit.
Okay, so check it out.
Check it out.
Check it out.
Check it out.
What do you consider an ethnically authentic food?
Whoa! Now we're throwing ethnic in it.
Culturally.
Now we're throwing.
Ethnicity. As a sociologist, explain what an ethnicity is, Kutre.
I know what an ethnicity is, but I'm just saying, like, we first just started with, oh, is this authentic food or not? And, like, now, I feel like you're trying to insinuate, by wording it that way,
Insinuate what?
that someone of a certain ethnic background.
Well, my whole thing, I keep going to the Italian thing. If I'm getting Italian food, I want an Italian person making it. If I'm paying a lot of money for it, at least. If I go to Olive Garden, I'm not expecting an Italian person making my Olive Garden, but that's why I don't go there. You know?
So even if this is an Italian person who's never been to Italy, they weren't...
Yes, they have it in their blood.
They just innately know.
I trust them. It's like if I go to a fucking a gyro place, there's got to be at least a Mediterranean. He doesn't have to be Greek, but Mediterranean guy back there.
Got to be one Mediterranean dude.
Just one.
Flipping this bread.
He's got to be the one chopping the fucking goat.
He's flipping it.
You know, like you gotta. That's what makes it authentic. You know, like the guy who knows what the fuck he's doing.
But I'm saying just because they may like physically be of that culture doesn't necessarily mean they know what they're doing in terms of cooking or
No, I get that, but otherwise they wouldn't have a restaurant. What I'm saying is I trust that guy who has this restaurant more than I trust somebody who's like, I don't want to see Vietnamese people running a Mexican restaurant. I don't trust that. That's not comfortable with me.
No, I mean, I understand what you're saying.
And
like, I'm
not from like a social aspect, but literally I'm afraid of how the food's going to be.
No, and listen, like, don't get me wrong. Like, I completely understand, like, whenever, like, I go to Agave Azul, you know, and most of the people that work there, like, the waiters, like, they're all Spanish, like they speak Spanish, like the people who cook, they're Spanish, like everybody's Spanish. It's all Spanish. And, you know, like, you know that the food is authentic in that way. But I'm saying, like, that doesn't mean that there couldn't be someone back there who wasn't Spanish who couldn't make the food just as well.
Trained, of course.
Well, that was my whole point. Like, the food.
I don't mean my plate has to be made by that person. I'm saying that person has to be there. There has to be the person who can be like, oh, this is how we do it back home, and you know, and smacking people upside the head.
Okay, well, that's fair.
Betraying the recipe.
That's fair because, like, well, before how it was seeming to me was that you were saying that person's hands has to be on it in order for it to be considered an ethnically prepared plate.
I was very drunk that night. I may have said that. So.
Because my whole point was if someone is trained in that way by that culture or they studied abroad over there or whatever the case may be, you know, it shouldn't matter what their personal background is if they're able to prepare them food. I still wouldn't
trust a whole Mexican restaurant full of Vietnamese people.
Well, no, I mean, then that's fair because,
but, like one Vietnamese guy back there, you know, I probably won't even notice him.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Again, like, I understand that. Like, I wouldn't go to, you know, a Mexican restaurant that was run by all white people or something. Like, it's just that.
Yeah, that's actually kind of uncomfortable. But we took that and made it into Tex-Mex. We actually did that already. You probably have done that, actually.
Oh, my gosh.
A few times.
Oh, Chili's.
Chili's, oh my god, is that it?
It is.
Chili's is Tex-Mex?
Yeah. Oh man, we really We really blew a load on that one.
Well, anywho. So yeah, I mean, that was just my whole thing, is that I feel like for something to be, like, authentic, it just has to be true to, like, you know, where it's supposed to be coming from. Like,
No, I think that there has to be a sage guidance of that particular teaching there at all times. I don't think they should trust anybody else. It's got to be a family line, bloodlines, feudal shit.
so let's say someone went over to, like, Italy, because you keep using Italian food as an
Yeah, because
example.
it's delicious.
Let's say I do like Italian
Lots
food.
of meat. Lots of meatballs.
I like pasta, like all that shit.
Very saucy. Lots of sauce.
I love the sauce.
Sauce
Sauce is
it
my
up.
boss.
Yes. Anyways, let's say someone went over there and studied and under Italian chef for 20 years, and then they come back and they want to make an Italian restaurant because that's what they've been trained in.
He better have.
Are you gonna-
He better have somebody who is Italian there just for show. They have to be.
That's-
if
I
they're
mean,
going to do that, though, that person has to be stereotypically Italian at that point, and that's the like. Otherwise, people won't notice.
What I'm saying, but so would you still eat their food though, or would you say it's not authentic?
I wouldn't care. I mean, I'm not going to not eat a food because it's not authentic. Period. I'm not one of those guys. But when somebody is claiming to be an authentic, like when I see authentic Cajun food, but it's also a pho restaurant, I'm like, how authentic are these Cajuns?
Yeah.
Like, is that where you came from, Vietnam? Because that's cool if you did, and you can't, but it's just they have a lot of similar spices, the similar ingredients. They're like, oh shit, we got shrimp, we got chicken and sausage. Let's make this shit. So like, I don't trust when I will eat the food. I will trust the food as good food, but I'm not going to give it the title of authentic.
Unless there's someone of that specific.
Well, I think it kind of has to be a majority, because otherwise it sounds like you could have like, it would look really bad if it's like an Italian guy heading a bunch of like, I don't know, like Brazilians or something. Brazilians can make good food though.
Interesting. I mean, I've realized lately, I just really, really, not even lately, I've always known I like food, but I just really love food. Like, and just how many different kinds of food there are, and just all the ways to...
It gives you sustenance.
If you can't cook, you a fuck nigga.
I agree.
That's true.
You should be able to cook.
I don't like hanging around non-cooking ass fuck boys.
You gotta be able to cook.
I feel like if you have to measure your seasoning, also, you don't know what you're doing, and you should stop.
Well, it depends on the seasoning and
If
the recipe.
if you're baking, then you need to measure everything. If you're just cooking like food, you should be able to eyeball your seasoning and know that it's going to taste good or not.
Just like
Or you
that
did too
Gorillaz
much.
song. He don't need a scale for the work. He can eyeball perp. Oh man.
Honestly.
Do we have anything else to talk about?
Anything else to talk?
Let's see. Let's fucking see.
Are you mad about something? You sound mad about something.
No, I can't think of it.
I feel like I had something, but I'll remember it probably when we're done, so it's fine.
Well, that's upsetting. Well, I guess you want to lead everybody away from here.
Take care.
Brush your hair. Brush your hair.
Whoa!
Brush your
Pretty
hair.
aggressive over there.
Brush your fucking hair. Brush it.
Nappy headed bitch.
Brush it.
Whoa!
Now that's aggressive.
That was
That's
aggressive.
aggressive, and that's very aggressive. This yelling nappy head bitch.
Is that aggressive?
That's
That was a little aggressive.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That was a little
So
aggressive.
disrespectful.
Damn.
Oh, man.
You've offended so many people by saying
Oh my gosh.
nappy head bitch. How dare you? How dare...
I had a
Don't
cat
you-
that's hair got nappy. And they used to call him
What,
nappy motherfucker.
Do you know what nappy is? What's nappy?
It's like a tight knit.
You know, I've
What is
never
it?
liked the
Kinda.
word nappy. It sounds so rude.
It's supposed to be uncomfortable.
It does kind of sound
That's-
rude.
It's a
right.
rude word.
That's why they say it. It's supposed to be rude, so you know you
You and
need
your
to fix that
nappy headed
shit.
baby.
Big headed ass babies.
Oh, nappy head ass baby.
Oh shit. Well, I guess
That's a shame because your baby's head should never be nappy.
they shouldn't have that much hair.
Comb your kid's hair. Comb
Brush your fucking hair.
Brush your fucking kid's hair, please, and Thank you. It's just fucking do it.
And where are the cleanest, most pristine of underwears?
Do that too.